All right, guys. Well, welcome to our presentation today. It is time to activate and thrive in 2025. My name is Rachel Picard, and I am your MC and host for tonight's presentation. And let me just make sure that I have all of my tech things ready to go. All right, here we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the call. It is packed out, over 1,000 people on the line. So excited to see you all here and hundreds more in the waiting room waiting to get in. Guys, this call is very special. You're going to be hearing about some of the cutting edge technology that is bringing healthy, sustainable GLP-1 activation to the market. This is talking about weight loss, hormone regulation, improving mood, improving sleep, and total gut balancing. You're going to be hearing about a 25,000 plus challenge, 25,000 plus in cash and prizes going to be given away here in the new year. And you're going to be hearing from real stories, real results, and one of the foremost experts when it comes to GLP-1 activation. That's me on the left. My name is Rachel Picard. I'm an executive consultant with Life Management. I've been with the company for about 9+ years now. And I found this company at really the worst space, not only in business, but my health. I had severe adrenal fatigue. And I got introduced to the LifeVantage little yellow pill. Now, the little yellow pill that we know it now is Protandim Nerve 2. It's our flagship product, and it reduces your stress by about 40% in 30 days at a cellular level. Now, I don't know about you guys, drop a 1 in the chat if you could use less stress, if you could use a little less inflammation, if you could use a little less, free radical damaging, wrinkling, aging, prematurely. Yes, 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 yes. So I started taking the product at the age of 30. And within 6 weeks, I had lost 8 pounds without even trying. All the inflammation was starting to come off my body. In less than a year, I had completely a normal adrenal function, thyroid function. I lost 18 pounds without even trying. And I've kept it off for years, even after having a baby at almost 40 years old. So this company activates your body. It's given us a lifestyle that allows me to be now a stay-at-home mom to a 17-month-old boy. And so I build this e-commerce business really in the nooks and crannies of my day. You'll be hearing from Tara Wilson here in a couple of minutes. She is a multimillionaire mommy as well, and a powerhouse in the industry, and a speaker, author, trainer, and weight loss expert. And Dr. Donnie Nettles, a family chiropractic expert who's been in the business for over about 30 years, so going up on 30 years. He's going to be sharing why GLP-1 and why everyone needs to be on GLP-1. Now, we're going to be talking about products. These are natural products. This is not big pharma. Big pharma. So these are not products that are, evaluated by the FDA or approved by the FDA. Guys, these are natural supplements, food substances. We're talking about like lemon bioflavonoids and eggplant extract. So these are things that are going to naturally, that you consume on a daily basis, but we do not say that they cure, treat, prevent, or mitigate any disease. That would be irresponsible. And of course, when you talk about money or prizes or contests or gifts, everyone results, they're going to vary. So there's no guarantee at all. Now, LifeVantage, if you are new to this discussion, we are the world leader in activation. In fact, we are known as the activation company. If you're looking to activate your body, whether through hair care, skin care, energy, weight management, gut health, or anti-aging, LifeVantage has the most proven, scientifically backed formulas to do so. They're clean, they're non-toxic, they're gluten-free, they're affordable, they smell and taste amazing, and they're safe for everyone, even your dog. Yeah, we have a canine supplement. Now, but I want to tell you guys where it all began, because I think as we ramp up to this challenge, you got to know that this company was the company that brought you Protandim. Protandim is the little yellow pill. Protandim is the anti-aging product. Tara, a couple years ago, when I came and started promoting LifeVantage, a few people asked me, because I came from weight loss, and he said, "Oh, Protandim, is that an anti-aging product?" I said, "No, it's the anti-aging product." This company hit ABC, or this product hit ABC News back in 2005, 19, almost 20 years ago, is now backed by over 30 peer-reviewed published studies on PubMed, seven US patents that shows that it actually reduces your oxidative stress, all that damage in your body by 40% in 30 days and up to 70% in 90. It increases superhero antioxidants that are 1 million times stronger than vitamin C. So the company that is bringing us GLP-1 brought us the anti-aging product in the world, the most validated, scientifically proven, one a day, $2 a day miracle that everyone should be taking. And LifeVantage didn't stop there, because not only did they bring us Protandim, but they brought us the first clinically proven collagen activator. Now drop a 2 in the chat if you guys have taken collagen before. How many? I'll take two. I took it for years. At times, Tara, I was taking several collagens. I was taking a powder, a pill, a gummy, a gel. At one point, I bought the big blue tub from Costco because it was super economic, right? And I was putting that into my coffee in the morning. And guys, if you've ever put collagen in your coffee, don't. if you never have, don't. It tastes just like burnt hide and bones, because that's what it is. In fact, our marine-based collagen is a delight. It's 2 ounces, appleberry flavored. It is delicious, portable, but more exciting than just taking collagen. Ours is the first proven collagen activator, so that by taking our True Science Liquid Collagen, you'll see an uptick of type 1 collagen production in your body by 100% in 8 weeks. I don't know about you guys, but type 1 collagen, that's those crow's feet. That's those 11 lines, right? That's in your skin. That's the most abundant collagen in your body. I would love it to double inside of 2 months. That sounds great to me. So I drink 1 or 2 of those every day, and LifeVantage just broke the collagen mold when it came up with this in 2022. And now LifeVantage presents the weight loss system that broke the internet. And I seriously, guys, it broke the internet. If you were here in October, drop a 3 in the chat. We had 200 times the web traffic of our busiest day ever. We're a multi-billion-dollar company. We have sold billions in revenue, and we had 200 times on October 11th than we've ever seen on one day to buy this. In fact, the first batch of product, we had tens of thousands of units sold out in just 13 days. The next batch that came on was sold out in a matter of weeks, guys. And now we're quadrupling our inventory because we understand the time has come. We are moving into weight loss season. But one thing I want you to understand, I'm going to bring on an expert to explain what Mindbody does, and then we're going to go into the challenge with Tara. You got to understand what activation is, because once you understand it, it makes sense why we activate instead of just taking. We activate instead of injecting. We activate instead of simply supplementing. Guys, write this in the chat. We hashtag take it to make it. We take it to make it. We take Protandim to make our own antioxidants. We take True Science to make our own collagen. And now we're going to take Mindbody, and we have been, to make our own GLP-1. At LifeVantage, we activate our bodies to make the antioxidants, proteins, enzymes, and all the things that we need for better health and a smaller waistline. Amen, right? This is not old school supplementation. This is not your mama's multivitamin. This is not harmful big pharma experiments that they haven't even done on thousands of people over many, many, many years. This is using proven methods, natural herbs, spices, enzymes, amino acids, giving your body what it needs through nutrition and activating it to feel younger, look younger, and thrive. How many of you guys are ready to thrive? Can we get some word thrive in the comments below? Guys, this is my honor to bring on one of my good friends. I mean, goodness, this couple. We love Dr. Dondi, and then he has his hot wife, Marcy, who's just enough. She almost doesn't need an introduction. They are a power couple. Dr. Dondi is an expert when it comes to nutrition. He's a top executive consultant with LifeVantage. He's a commissioned chaplain through the Ascend International Apostolic Center, a disciple of Christ. Almost 30 years he's practiced as a family wellness chiropractor, former AM radio show host. He's been a huge advocate for longevity and wellness his entire career. And he goes by Marcy's husband. I was like, oh, is that just love or what? It's Marcy's husband. And he's a father of 4 and a grandfather of 3. So such a family man. Dr. Nandi, I wanted you to pop on really quickly because I know enough to be dangerous, but you can tell us exactly. I watched a video of you the other day sharing why we need GLP-1. And even as somebody who is fairly thin, it was so compelling. So I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. You mean this is not just about weight loss? I mean, it is. I mean, it really is. But whoa, tell us what GLP-1 is and how this product all works.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel. And it is such an honor to be here. Happy New Year, everybody. Merry Christmas. And just thank you so much for this opportunity. Well, first and foremost, when we were talking previously, I want to talk about what this is not. And we mentioned it, and I'm going to mention it. This is not a natural alternative to the Ozempics and the Wegovy's and the Mounjaros. It's not a natural alternative. If anything, this is the gold standard. So those are synthetic alternatives to what we have here. Let's just really call this what it is. This is the system. And what is GLP-1? So by its name, glucagon-like protein or glucagon-like peptide 1. So what is glucagon? You have to understand what that is to understand really the power of GLP-1. Well, think about glucagon. What is it? I'll give you a way to memorize it. When glucose is gone, your pancreas releases glucagon. And what is it? It is the attempt by your body to maintain blood sugar, because we don't do good with low blood sugar. We don't do good with high blood sugar. We do good with balanced blood sugar. That's the body's natural objective. It's the body's natural state. It's what it's constantly striving for, which is called homeostasis, or in this case, balanced blood sugar. So when our blood sugar is low, as detected by the body will release glucagon. Or if we don't eat, and because we're not getting caloric GLP, or we're not getting caloric intake in, we're not getting food calories that way, your bodies will release GLP-1 hormone, which makes you hungry. So when your body is hungry, you go eat. When things are working properly, and let me preface that, when things are working properly and your blood sugar drops, you get hungry. When you get hungry, you eat. When you eat, you chew food. And I'm going to break down this very simple and very basic mechanism here. When you're chewing food, the inside of your mouth is perceiving the concentration of fats, carbohydrates, and proteins to tell your stomach exactly what concentration of stomach acid to produce to break it down properly, and then keep it in your stomach so that you stay fuller longer. That's the normal mechanism. As your body is getting ready to release that food from your stomach into your intestines, the intestines are kind of getting ready for it. So if they could just kind of pick up the phone and give the pancreas a call and say, hey, we got some food coming your way. We're going to need some insulin to break down or absorb this glucose. Kind of think of it this way. If you have glucose and it needs to get into the cell, because that is the food that your cells need, especially your muscles. Think of it like this. You're standing on one side of a river. You are the glucose. The other side of the river is inside the cell. You're outside the cell, and the river is the cell membrane or the cell wall. But you can't swim, so you need help. So think of it this way. Insulin is like a kayak. You jump in the kayak, you go across the river from outside the cell to inside the cell. That's the relationship with insulin and glucose coming from the food that you eat. Asterisk. If you are not producing GLP-1, there's a reason. Because, and most people, I'm going to put it this way, these are the statistics, these are the hard numbers. This is the unfortunate reality of the healthcare status in our country. 74% of US adults are overweight, and 36% of them are obese, and the vast majority of those obese people are not producing GLP-1 at all, like zero. Because they don't have time to get hungry. They're always eating, and I'm not being crass, I'm being realistic, because they're either eating emotionally or they're eating visually. When we see those nice commercials for pizza, Little Caesars on TV in between sporting events, you call up and you order a pizza when you weren't even hungry. DoorDash and Uber Eats make it very convenient. So if that is your eating mechanism, you don't ever have time to get hungry, so your body's not producing GLP-1 because there's no need for it. Or you're just eating because you're emotional. You're eating because you're happy. You're eating because you're sad. You're eating because you're depressed. There's a lot of emotional eaters out there. That system, eventually, if you do it over and over and over again, it breaks the GLP-1 system. And then your body starts craving, guess what? What's in your blood. It starts craving what's in your blood. The sugar, the processed foods, the food that has ingredients you can't pronounce. And if you can't pronounce it, your body can't digest it. So put it back on the bottle and say, no thanks. So the whole system of GLP-1 starts with your liver, your pancreas, your GI tract, your cardiovascular system, and your brain. It's called the gut-brain axis. When your pancreas secretes insulin, slows your digestion, it suppresses your appetite because you have food. You're no longer hungry. When you're not hungry, the cravings go down. It supports cardiovascular health because you're getting the glucose that everything needs, and it's neuroprotective, meaning it protects the brain. It's the neuroprotective mechanism of the gut-brain axis when it's working normally. And this is the normal system. So when we have these people with type 2 diabetes, or we have these people that are overweight and they're obese, and the GLP-1 mechanism is broken, think of it like if you've ever been to the Ripley's Believe It or Not Wax Museum, and you go in there and you see Brad Pitt. And it's like, oh, I got to take a selfie with Brad Pitt. So you take a selfie next to the wax statue, you post it on Facebook, and people are like, no, 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 no. That's not Brad Pitt. That's a wax statue. Or Taylor Swift, all the Swifties getting pictures with the wax version of Taylor Swift. It's synthetic, guys. It's not real. That's how your body looks at the synthetic GLP-1. It may look, it resembles, it's kind of, yeah, I can kind of tell who that is, but it's not real. If you took them home, they're not going to fly on the plane with you. You can't get them out of the building. It's fake. So in this situation, all of those semaglutides, liraglutides, Wegovy, Mounjaro, Ozempic, they're all fake versions of this. They're synthetic versions of this. And I'm going to break it down to the grassroots effort here. When you equip the body, yeah.
Before you dive in, one thing that I recently heard, and you were sharing on different webinars because you teach us every week, was also like, let's say that the wax statue is somewhat compelling to the body right away, but it doesn't last for long. They figure it out really quickly, and that's why a lot of people, they get on these shots and injections, and they might see a little results with usually some side effects, but then all of a sudden they're like, you got me. Like, they're like, no, we don't recognize this anymore. Almost like the receptors go blind, and they're like, yeah, that's your wax statue.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happens. You can trick it for a while, but your body will always, always, always figure out it's being tampered with or manipulated. So kind of what I was about to say is like when you equip your body with what it needs, it will always, always, always respond appropriately. And that's what wellness is. That's what health and vitality is. But when you manipulate or you trick the body into what you think it needs, it will always, always, always object. And that objection is the side effect. You may be able to trick it for a while, but you can't trick it forever, and it will figure out it's being tricked and it will no longer work. You go off the product, you gain all the weight back. That's the mechanism of a broken system. So when we have this take it to make it, this GLP-1 mind-body approach, it's the natural mechanism your body was created for. So we are the activation company. We will always be the first. We figured out how this whole system works and made it super, super simple. That's why this can be, for the people that are looking for the science, it'll blow their hair off because it is that scientific. It is that compelling. But we don't want to talk about the intricacies of the science because it could bore a lot of people, or most people will go over their head. The basics is this is so simple. In fact, this system, with the 2 capsules of the MB Core and the 4 scoops of the MB Enhanced, it can't be any simpler than this. So your relationship with food, your gut-brain axis to quiet the cravings, quiet the hunger pains that you have, it's when the system is broken. You crave what's in your blood. When you start getting good, nutritious food in your blood, and your body starts actually getting good nutrition, whole foods, and the mechanism starts working properly, guess what? You don't crave the crap anymore. You don't have the food cravings. You don't have going back for seconds and thirds because the system, once you're full, you're full. Your body knows it. It turns the system off and your body works flawlessly that way. So it's this whole toxic cycle of emotional eating, visual eating that breaks the system in the first place. And the longer people get on it, the more unhealthy they get. Well, this brings it right back to square one and simplicity, that with a healthy, sustainable weight loss, and it's way, way, way more than weight loss. Well, just think of it this way. Weight loss is a positive outcome of when the human body is working properly as it relates to the GLP-1 or gut-brain axis normal system. Weight loss is just the natural byproduct of that. And a lean, healthy, mean, fully functioning body when you honor your body. Think of it this way. Food is fuel. If you honor your body and you're giving it the best quality fuel, it will always respond accordingly. But when you have a craving or you need sugar or sweets or whatever, it doesn't respond that way because cravings are not the best thing for your body. Cravings are the distraction of what happens when the system is broken. This restores the proper system. And if you can go to the next slide, Rach, it'd be super fantastic. So, and with the results of this, 27% loss of visceral fat, reduced cravings, eating, being satiety, this is the simplicity. Taking the MB system is simple. It's just 2 capsules in the morning with just plain water, and then wait 30 to 45 minutes with nothing else in your system except the water that you take the MB core with. 30 to 45 minutes later, you take the powders. 2 to 4, up to 4, and I would advise you to slowly work your way into it, especially if you've never been activated before, especially if you've never had good nutrition before. Because think of it this way. If you have 100 people that are all the same age, same height, same weight, same everything, they all start the product, they could have literally 100 different experiences because you start where your body starts. And you're all different. That's one of the worst things you can do is compare yourself to someone else. Think of it this way. How are you doing on hydration? How are you doing on nutrition? How are you doing on movement? How are you doing on sleep and rest? How are you doing on mindset? These are all variables that are highly in play when you begin this system. So if you see somebody who loses a lot of weight real quick and they're losing inches too, and you jump on the scale and you haven't lost any weight, and maybe you've gained weight and you haven't lost any inches, you're thinking this isn't working. No, 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 no. Let me caution you on that. It is always working. It's just, what is your body's hierarchy of need? What does your body need first? So when you activate your body and you're now activating GLP-1 hormone, maybe your pancreas needs to start figuring out how to produce insulin sufficiently again before you lose weight. Maybe your stomach has to learn how to process bowel movements optimally for the first time in a long time before you start losing weight. So all kinds of things are falling into place based on your body's hierarchy of needs. That's the difference between supplementation and activation. When you activate 10 different people, they all start at 10 different places. They're going to have 10 different outcomes based on their 10 different needs when they start. Your body has its own hierarchy of needs. Do not dismiss that. Do not underestimate that. Just honor that. Whether you're losing weight, not losing weight, gaining weight, dropping inches or not, it doesn't matter. Give it time. This is not a 3-day, 5-day, 1 week, 10-week. This is at least a 12-week system. And Marcy and I will be taking this for the rest of our lives, but just simply due to the fact of how much money we're saving in food, because we don't have the cravings anymore. We don't have the going back for seconds. I don't have the pantry screaming my name at 2 o'clock in the morning, waking me up saying, come down and get some gluten-free crackers and some almond butter. That doesn't happen anymore. So the money we're saving on food, we are now purchasing this. In fact, it's a surplus. So this is something that's paying us money, obviously through the business. It's saving us money in food, and it's allowing our bodies to work the way God designed them to work. And same with all of you guys. And it is super, super simple. So Rach, we've seen all kinds of before and after pictures, and we've heard hundreds and hundreds and thousands of stories that are out there in the community. What are some of these ones that you're excited about and that you're hearing?
Oh
I'm gonna
my
turn
gosh,
this over to you.
I wish we could make this more like an hour long. You guys have to run to your Facebook groups to see some of the biggest update sends. But where are my guys at? Where are my guys at who are saying, you know what, I do not want to wear a t-shirt at the pool this summer, right? You want to like say no to the dad bod, or maybe you have an exceptional amount of weight that you need to lose. I mean, look at Lucien down 14 pounds, almost 3 inches in his waist in a matter of weeks. We are seeing people just shed a lot of that really toxic visceral fat quickly. People are using Bluetooth and smart scales to actually track some of the more in-depth things. So they're like, wow, I lost 2 pounds, but I've lost 8 inches. It's like, whoa, something really dramatically positive is happening in your body fat. Where are my ladies at? Where are my ladies at? Where are my moms at? You know, postpartum is definitely a challenging time to regain your health and your, vitality, and as well as your physique. Is a lot that's demanded on you. I loved this story on the left. It was a 6-week story of 10 pounds, 5 inches, an amazing sleep after chasing with her 1 year old. Kim Kibinski in this photo, Kim Kibinski is down about 16 pounds in about a month and a half, and you can see the dramatic difference in her weight. And then I love on the right here, I'm screaming. I finally broke through the plateau, down 5.5 pounds, 8.25 inches, over 1.5% body fat. And guys, the photos keep pouring in every single day. I love it. Again, whether it be gentlemen, Dondi always talks about the importance of belly fat and how really dangerous it is for us to metabolically be carrying our weight there, because visceral fat surrounding our organs is a comorbidity to many, many diseases. But look at the middle. This is my favorite quote. You can't suck in back fat. You can't suck in back fat. It's impossible to do, right? What's happening is leaning out, we're reducing a lot of bloat. You're, getting that body fat percentage on point. Everything's tightening and toning. And this is not, again, starting a dramatic weightlifting challenge, although you can certainly be more active and be mindful of your movement. These are people that are just activating their hormones the way that it should be. Again, the backs, the smoothing, the muffin top melters. Look at this one in the middle, 2.4 pounds lost, but 13 inches down. Even her bust looks lifted. Angie Harper on the right, incredible transformation. She's getting abs again for the first time in 20 years. And the stories. When Dondi said it's not just about weight loss, that's when it hit me the most, because here's what we started to get: anxiety, bowel movement regulation, GI, everything, no cravings. Like, and this might be somebody who's a naturally thin person, but is like, has a really crazy sugar addiction that's not healthy for them. They could still become pre-diabetic. People that have even been able to quit smoking, or other things that were really bad. I have a girlfriend that has literally drank almost no alcohol since starting GLP-1 because she doesn't have a taste for it anymore. People are losing inches and pounds, and again, it's not a race. You're not comparing yourself to anybody. Dondi has explained to us, Dr. Jeff has explained to us, we've learned it from all these experts, that your bio individuality matters with your own challenge. So you might be that we're going to fix your gut, or it might be that we're going to fix your endocrine system, or you might going to fix some of the stress and add per tandem nerve 2 into this challenge. I highly recommend doing so, but the results are incredible. And we have incredible news, because we did break the internet in October. We stuck broken. We stayed them there broken. We stayed broken in November and part in December, and we are no longer in back order. We are no longer in back order. Can I get an amen? Yahoo! This is so exciting that we have the warehouses are loaded, and it couldn't be a better time. What is your New Year's resolution? Because we are now entering what we call in the business weight loss season. And I know for many of us are coming off of the holidays or vacations, but at any given time, 82% of American adults are managing their weight in some form or fashion. 120 million people are actively trying to lose weight. And for me, guys, I'm looking at the trends, right? Nearly half of Americans are set to be obese by 2030. We are just 5 years away from that, my friends. There are already states where half of them are. There are the highest obesity states. Half of Americans are obese. These are people we love. These are people we care about. And these are people, many of those have tried the shots, are interested in the shots, had bad results with the shots, can't afford those pharmaceutical options, struggle. And you know what? I think it's so hard. Dondi, you hit on this briefly. We beat ourselves up with the toxic diet culture. For years and years and years, my girlfriends, myself included, we were raised that diet was a thing of willpower. That if you were just strong enough And if you just were controlled enough and you had enough willpower and motivation that you could say no to those Oreo cookies in the pantry. And that you didn't, when you were grocery shopping, if you just didn't buy it, then you'd be okay. And then it became Uber Eats and DoorDash, and every single store and every single kiosk and end cap has something that's delicious and changing and accessible and affordable. Guys, our current world makes it not so easy for us. And our body, evolutionary, God designed us to pack on pounds. Why? Because calories weren't as common back then. There wasn't a Starbucks and a McDonald's and a Taco John's on every corner. And now we have there's a gas station with all the treats and 72 varieties of potato chips that you could go in every single week and get a different flavor of Lay's and never have the same thing. GLP-1 is a market to watch. GLP-1 is a market to get behind. And I had to share the trends before we get into this challenge so you understand how much we are going all in. Hashtag all in on Mindbody, because this is a $38 billion market that is set to be upwards of $200 billion in the next 6 years. That is an 8-fold increase, which means tens of millions of lives are going to be positively affected because of how they feel and how they sleep and what they eat and how long they live. And gosh darn it, the things they don't experience because they're no longer morbidly obese. Now, Tara, it's like the drum roll, please. This is the moment we have all been waiting for, and what you guys have jumped on this line to hear. Now you got a little overview of LifeVantage, an overview of this product and the results that people are seeing. Even the chat is lit up. I've just heard story after story after story in the comments. It's been so inspiring. Tara, break down the Activate and Thrive by 2025, our 12-week Mind Body Challenge.
Hey there. Oh my goodness. I am so excited about this. Hello, everyone. And thank you guys for hopping on. I know I apologize for, I think, what was there, like 800 people that couldn't get in. The biggest collaboration in our company's history, because we know that we are solving we're offering a solution to the biggest health crisis that is facing our country. Whether you voted red or blue, it doesn't matter, but Make America Healthy Again is something that all of us should care about, right? From the food system to all these things. And it's funny because you were talking about that. Well, anyone who knows me closely knows I'm really funny because I don't even like camping, but I've watched 18 seasons of Naked and Afraid, and I'm on like the 4th season of Alone, which is just like people surviving in the wilderness. I know. I see you laughing, Gandhi. I see you like chuckling because like in my bougie house in Paradise Valley, Arizona, right? But here's the thing is like, it reminds me of what our ancestors went through. And it's feast and famine and eating off the land. And, all of them, like this one guy lost like 65 pounds in 56 days. Why? Because he's eating keto, right? He's eating stuff that he can get off the land, right? So we do have a crisis. And so Rachel and I, and many beautiful leaders on this line and that will be listening to this, we were in a company, I've been with LifeVantage 9 years as well. But prior to this, we spent almost 5 years in a company that it was the challenge. So every day we saw thousands of people join a challenge to start a transformation. And there's something about a challenge. It's a commitment. It's about saying, I'm going to do this for myself. And we all know that, January is the season, but we saw people join in January. We saw people join in November, and we saw incredible things. I even had people that we lost over 200 pounds. We saw incredible things. There's one gal that, she was in her mid-20s, started a health transformation on the challenge because a friend shared it with her. So I'm talking to you guys because a lot of people out there are looking for something, looking for a solution. A friend shared it with her. In her 20s, she lost 65 pounds, and it changed her life so much that she became a health coach, a weight loss coach, and made tens of millions of dollars coaching other women that were just like her. So everybody has their own goals. Everybody has, something they want out of this. Some people, it may not be pounds. It may be just losing a little stubborn belly fat. It may just be getting your body to work like it's supposed to. So you're here because LifeVantage, and it gives me almost tears. Almost 100 leaders in the LifeVantage community have generously poured in over $30,000. So we wanted to reward people for taking this challenge seriously because we've seen some results, we've seen what it can do. And so we thought, you know what, why not incentivize people to go after their goal? So excited about that. Yeah, Lady Boss. So we're excited because over 30,000, I don't know if do we have the breakdown there, Rachel, of the 30,000. So anyway, how would you like to get paid to totally transform your health, your physique, maybe lose some few pounds, maybe sleep better, and all of the things? I mean, just go to Google, which now pulls up AI, and just say, what are the benefits of increasing my GLP-1? You'll get a list like this long, from cardio to mental to sleep to all kinds of things, because it really does impact it. And if we all ate the way we were supposed to eat as humans, we would have naturally high GLP-1s. But as Rachel was talking about, we have all of these convenient foods that have been marketed to us that from the time we were 2 and watching Tony the Tiger and Sam, Toucan Sam or whatever, showing us that breakfast is, you know, basically poison. And so we've as a society, it's not about willpower. It's about, you know, taking back control of your physiology, as Dr. Don D said. So let me tell you about the challenge details. So you can start any day in January. So we January 1st to the 31st. So if you have someone and they don't find out about it till the 31st of January and they don't have product, it's okay. Still let them join. We can give them tips. We might have even a little flyer we can give them to things that they can do to prepare their body, like cutting out alcohol, cutting out sugar, you know, cutting out sodas, you know, maybe eating a whole food diet, and, you know, doing whatever they can to get their gut healthy. But your intake form must be completed, and that will be explained later. And you will get that if you're a customer here. You will get that from the person who shared the challenge with you. All right. So when is the end date? 12 weeks after you start. And I believe the Highfields are going to be generous enough to give this to you when you put your intake form. You're going to get a couple things like our program guide, and you're going to get this. So when, you know, if you start the 24th of January, you're going to want to go into your calendar on your phone and put the end date is April 18th, because we do want you to submit those results within, I don't know if we decided 5 to 7 days, because we want to make sure you get those in so we can judge the best transformation. I'm so excited about this. All right. So the first day you can join the challenge is the January 1st. The last day to order in, well, some markets get product faster, some get slower, but we're saying if you do want to start on the day you submit the form, please get your order in by January 21st, or find a consultant that has some extra stock and get those orders in. But you can still start even if you don't have product. I don't want anyone to be confused by that. So the last day to join the challenge is the 31st. So how to join? Well, this amazing form asks you things like, you know, posting a picture. I do recommend being part of challenges for 5 years to take a side view, a back view, another side view, a front view, and have a few of them and submit your best one. But it is your responsibility as consultants to get your customers. If you are someone that's a customer on the line wanting to join, please make sure you get this. We will be sending these out as early as December 31st, but please do not fill out the form until the 1st of January. All right, who can join? Anyone and everyone, whether you're a consultant, one of us leaders, someone who donated prizes. I'm joining the challenge, and my goal is to lose 20 pounds in 12 weeks, right? I'm using this as accountability to kickstart my own health journey. I'm 51, I've had some hormonal changes. This is the best timing for me. So anyone and everyone, so please share this with everyone, but make sure that when you do share someone, that they follow the guidelines of entry and the participation. Make sure that they do everything that we have put in the fine details, make sure they're interacting, make sure they're posting updates, because we don't want anyone to miss out on the prizes. So what are the categories? Well, top 5 females, top 5 males, top 5 couples. You cannot participate in more than one. Look at this, you guys, a couple that sits in, like, you guys might be a couple right now. Look at your spouse and say, honey, let's do this. For 12 weeks, let's keep each other accountable. Let's do this in the biggest way we possibly can. And let's make, you know, $6,000. You guys, for 12 weeks, that's like $2,000 a month if someone paid you $2,000 a month to do whatever it took to make sure that you got the best transformation, I want you to look at that way. That's a lot of money, and that could be life changing. And so we were so excited because of the generosity of the prize pool. We are now able to give up to 5 places. Look at these prize pools, you guys. Amazing. And so I hope everyone wants, the prize is getting healthy. The prize is losing visceral fat. The prize is taking back control of your cravings and your stomach. But
Tara, Sherry in the waiting room. Anybody up for marriage? LOL.
and you up for marriage? Oh, I love it, Sherry. Well, you know what? I know. I don't know if what we're doing with couples, but I mean, if you're a same-sex marriage, you're welcome to participate. You know, there's
anybody that defines themselves as a couple.
As a couple.
Be mother, daughter, father,
mother, daughter, best friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
if you guys
remember
want
though,
to compete in the couples together, that's awesome. If you want to compete solo, that's great too. So
yes,
you
but just remember you
cannot
can only
more
choose
than
one category. Yeah. You can only choose to compete in one category, which is in your intake form. But man, these prizes are juicy. I'll tell you, Sherry, I'd show up to the gym, and Rachel knows how I hate gyms. So awesome. I think we have a couple to share their story, right, Rach?
Yeah, I'm super excited from Nebraska. Greg and Shauna Mucklow, who are not only incredible top executives with our company, super innovative. They've been a part of so much strategy when it comes to the behind the scenes of promoting social media, etc. They got their hands on the product a little earlier than most through something called Club 55. And they started their journey, and they've been so gracious to track and update the results like every few weeks. So I wanted to get you guys on, especially as like a couple, because kind of now we're talking both male and female, but what it meant for you guys, like doing this together. Obviously we see results. Tell us how you feel. Congratulations as well, down 27 pounds.
I have goosebumps listening to this call and everything this has done. You guys, this has been nothing short of life-changing for me. That's what I can say. When I've listened to all the things and how the GLP-1 works, it's exactly what happened to me. Like, exactly. I have struggled with weight my entire life, and I always thought it was my fault. And now I know that there was a biological reason that my body wasn't letting go of weight. And it's probably because my GLP-1 hormone has been out of whack for so long. I feel more in control and empowered to do life than I ever have before, and feel better in so many ways. I'm down over 25 plus pounds, and I always tried to eat right. I'm still working on trying to exercise more, but it couldn't fit more simply into my world, and I'm so grateful. How about you, Greg?
Yeah, I would echo everything you said. It's been really interesting just for myself. I work out more than Shauna does, and that was something that I just did regularly.
He's right.
Anyways. But I would also snack a lot more than Shauna ever did.
He's also right.
So those cravings for the late night snacks, or almost within the first week, were just kind of gone. I started to notice, hey, I'm not snacking at night. I'm not eating. I don't crave sugars. I used to be my kids would call me the pastry guy because I just eat pastries all the time. But a lot of those cravings for the sugars and the snacking at night have just gone away, and that's been a big blessing at this point in time. And it's really cool at this point. That's all.
Yeah, I love the fact that Greg worked out all the time, but unfortunately he was still gaining, like something in his body wasn't working right, and he was still gaining. He was getting pretty frustrated by it, honestly. And now all of a sudden the switch just flipped, and now he's continuing to do some of the same things, eating a little bit better with the help of this. It's like a best friend, like your best friend ally is now with you all the time, helping you make good choices. That's how I can put it. It's like it activated my willpower. Apparently I never had willpower before.
You and me both. Shauna, what would you tell couples that are thinking about doing this?
Do it, do it, do it. When your spouse or someone you love is helping you stay accountable and you're talking through things with them like we constantly do, it's so much easier. It's helpful. It's empowering together. Plus we're getting like hotter together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think I would also say it's very simple. Like Dondi said, 2 pills in the morning with just water, and then you take the powder whenever. I think sometimes people overthink it. I think also sometimes people think it's going to be a magic switch. And if they don't see something in 3 days, then they're frustrated with it. And really it's more about a long-term like change versus just a quick fix.
Really good point. Really good point. It's a tool, an incredible tool in your guys' metabolic tool belt. So congratulations to Shauna and Greg. I really appreciate you guys being on and sharing so like vulnerably your results. You've inspired the entire community. So Tara, I'm going to kick it back over to you because
Yes.
this is the big question is how are the winners going to be judged?
Yes, and I really want to just back up for a second because I've read a lot of books about willpower, and willpower is actually like fuel. You get a tank in the morning, and you're all going to laugh at this. It either lasts a couple hours or a day. Like every morning you wake up, you're like, I'm going to be good. I eat my omelet for breakfast. I go on my walk. By dinner, you're like, give me pizza and a glass of wine. Seriously, how many of that? Or you start Monday, you're like, I got my salad in, I got this, I got my steps. By Thursday, you're like, done. Willpower actually runs out. And so you cannot transform your health on willpower alone. You need tools, you need things that work, you need things that are going to change your physiology to actually help you. It is far beyond willpower because believe it or not, like all of us love the highly processed foods because they are paid to make them good. So how will people be judged? Well, your story. So it's not just about pounds lost. If someone loses 40 pounds and another loses 40 pounds, but they also improve their sleep or this or that. And so at the end, we really want you to sell us on your story, right? We want you to say, how did this change your life? Not just about inches. It's not just about weight. There's so many benefits to GLP-1. So we're going to be choosing a lot of the top executives here in the company that, threw in the money and decided to do this. We're going to have a very fair panel of judges. And then, so what is the rules? You must submit pictures, details, your story, what you want out of the challenge. It would be a great place for you to put all of the things that you are experiencing, because when pain or discomfort is gone, you don't remember it. So it's really important for you to take a real thorough health checkup. What's your sleep like? What's your energy like? What's your cravings like? All the things that you are currently experiencing are, what are your mood swings like? What are your hormones like? All the things. And then take the products 12 weeks in a row. No, you must purchase 3 sets of Mindbody GLP-1 from LifeVantage, the systems, in the qualification period from December 23rd through the end of April to be eligible, because this isn't just a weight loss challenge, because you guys could do a lot of other things. This is a Mindbody challenge. And so you must take the Mindbody product. And we did have a 12-week clinical study. I would highly suggest all of you go take a look at that. And we would love for you to go public on social. Studies show that if you have one other person or more doing the challenge with you, a family challenge, a work challenge, a friend challenge, you are more likely to be successful. But go and share it. For me, I'm going to say, hey, I just started the Activate and Thrive in 2025 Mindbody GLP-1 challenge. My goal is to lose 20 pounds. I'm looking for 3 friends to do it with me. And get them on the challenge with you, because you are more likely to have success. If they're local, go do boot camps, whatever. So Miss Rachel has been amazing and created so many progress things. You can use Canva, WordSwag, any of the little apps. For those of you who are savvy, we can help you. If not, we would love for you to announce that you are on the Activate and Thrive, so you can have your first name, your last name, your picture. And by the way, in the words of a friend, there is no before picture until there's an after picture. So do not, unless you want the ultimate accountability, and God bless all of you who do, you are not required. I mean, if you want to post the picture of you, it's not required. Just announce it to everyone that you're starting the challenge, and that's good enough for us. All right, assets, more assets to come. So when you're at 4 weeks, we're gonna give everyone that's still going strong a challenge, saying, hey, I just completed 4 weeks on the Mindbody challenge. I'm so excited. This is the goal, was my goal. This is where I'm at so far. And again, we have Facebook groups. Each of you can be added to a different Facebook group, and depending on the leader who the person who introduced you to is in, where there will be hear from doctors like Dondi and Dr. Jeff, weight loss experts, fitness people, challenges, weekly prizes, raffle prizes, a ton of contact. content, questions, because there's always a lot of questions. We've been doing this for a couple months now, and believe it when you think all the questions are gone, they're not. We always get a new one, and feel free to consult, with the consultant that introduced you to the challenge. But stay plugged in to your team groups throughout January to maximize it. We're also going to have a ton of these calls to keep educating people, and I mean a ton, right, Rachel? A ton of these calls to keep educating people on what is Mindbody, what is activation, and how this system and the challenge works all through January. So what we can expect you to do in the next 12 weeks. And there is a great video in the program guide you will get. We'll talk about that in a second, but ramp up, reset and get ready. So phase 1 is probably about 1 to 4 weeks. And again, everybody's body's different. Everybody's habits are different. Everybody's diet's different. Everybody's system is different, right? So as your mind body system activates and reset your gut, depending on your current microbiome, your diet, your bad habits, your good habits, it may take, some people a lot less, some people a lot longer to feel the effects of the warding off the cravings, the slowing of the digestion, and the overall fullness of full longer than normal. So you could have immediate cessation of food, or it could take you a few weeks. I know this one gal, it took her 5 weeks. And then after 5 weeks, nothing happened. Then boom, the pounds started melting away. So again, everybody is different. And remember, you guys, this is a tool. Like Donnie said, this is not the weight loss shop. This is a tool to help you get a healthy, regimen, get your gut balanced. And that is, key to losing weight. Phase 2 is approximately 5 to 8 weeks. Your body will start becoming more and more activated. Your GLP-1 will ramp up. You'll notice the cravings going away. I'm not starting fully because it's been the holidays. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to waste the product because I'm eating and going out to dinner with the family and having, a couple cocktails here and there. I'm not even starting. But today I was sitting around and I was like, you know what? I'm not doing much. I was cleaning the house. So I took a bunch of the scoops of powder that I had left over. And I'll tell you this, I wasn't hungry for hours. In fact, I was like, it's 3 o'clock. I haven't even eaten lunch. And I made lunch. I looked at it and I'm like, I can't even eat this just from the powder. So you guys, this stuff really does help you to keep full. It is also 13 grams of fiber, which helps. But hunger hormones are balancing out. Please give it time. Don't be like, oh, it's 2 weeks in and I haven't lost any weight. Some people have gained a few pounds because their guts are overwhelmed and you have to sometimes use some magnesium citrate, clear them out, because fiber, once it is going, it will keep you going. But sometimes too much fiber all at once can actually be a shock, which is why they ask you to ease in on the Mindbody powder. So you got the pills in the morning, you got the powder. 4 heaping scoops. Do not level them off. And it tastes great. It's a vanilla flavor. So, and then phase 3, which is the end. So by the way, in the 12-week clinical study, the average weight loss over 8 weeks was 9 pounds, but the 12 weeks was 25 pounds. So can you see the ramp up? So as your microbiome starts to flourish, your GLP-1 activation starts optimizing, the difference is noticeable. Hunger cravings are controlled. You also do need to make better choices, but the food noise fades away. Optimal GLP-1 leads to healthier relationship with food. So do not think this is a 1 week or 3 week or 5 weeks or 6 weeks. Give it the whole 12 weeks, which is why this is a 12-week challenge. And keep on the products. Again, it's great for mental health, cardiovascular health, sleep. My sleep has never been better in my life than when I started taking this. More energy, mood, and I just challenge you to Google the benefits of increasing your GLP-1, which is natural, by the way. Like eggs increase your GLP-1, avocados increase your GLP-1, right? So we have the tools, we have the resources. Our company from corporate, they created a beautiful program guide with tons of information, like how much protein and this and that. It's called lifestyle.lifevanish.com. Please write that down or get it from the consultant. When you order your Mindbody, there is a card in it with a QR code that will lead you to that lifestyle.lifevanish.com. So everyone should have that when they order the product, but you can also get it from a consultant. Next slide. All right. So here's what I have to say is, again, you are on a weight loss program. If you did one of the weight loss drugs, the doctor would tell you, do not consume alcohol. But for some reason, because it's a supplement, people don't take it seriously. Are there any interactions? No, but yes. Alcohol does interfere. I Googled it today just for this call. Alcohol does stop and interfere with the natural GLP-1 production in your gut. It's not good. So I'm going 12 weeks with 8 now to sip. You can do what you want, but I would massively cut it out or cut it down massively. Sodas also are very acidic to the gut, are highly processed food, right? So prioritize protein, whole foods, fiber, mindfulness, meditation, journaling. What are you feeling like? And of course, make movement every part of every day. So I heard a fun fact the other day. I love walking. I live in Arizona. It's 75 today. Went on a walk today. But I heard that 3 10-minute walks are better during the course of the day than one 45-minute walk, or a 2-minute walk every hour that adds up to 30 minutes will optimize blood sugar. And 10 air squats, just right there with nothing on, just air squatting in your bathroom, is actually tremendously amazing for your blood sugar, even better than walking. So just try to do something every day. Put a goal. Like, I like to go on my rebounder for 2 minutes. My husband's like, 2 minutes. I'm like, 2 minutes is better than no minutes, right? Doing a little weights is better than none, right? So make nutrition, mindfulness, and movement, commit to this. I mean, you guys, there's $3,000 to $6,000 on the line. Give this a good shot and make sure to journal. And so write down what you're eating for breakfast. Use a calorie counter like FitnessPal or something, because a lot of times people think that this is just going to magically make you lose weight, and you don't have to, but sometimes people are overeating. And so it would be good if you did have a health expert want to take a look at what you're doing, if you actually had a journal. So if you're really serious about this, I would actually take a food journal for a couple weeks. That's what I would personally do. All right. Next
Awesome.
slide.
Thanks so much, Tara. I am so excited. Now, Tara, I've been trying to answer all of the questions in the chat. And boy, you guys are so interested. You guys are committed. You're ready to run. I want to clarify a few things before I tell you how to get started. Okay, so first off, this challenge was officially announced to consultants on December 23rd. So your order, you have to have 3 months of orders, right? 3 MB systems. That for you to qualify for a grand prize has to be purchased between December 23rd and April 30th. So anytime in those really effectively 4+ months, 3 systems must be ordered. So if you have extra from a previous month or a previous order, use that for sampling, use it for a spouse, use it for a friend, give it to a prospect, sell it to a brand new customer that comes on in. There's a ton of ways to use it, or use it after the challenge is done. But set up a subscription or get all of yours up front, doesn't matter. But 3 Mindbody systems must be ordered from December 23rd through April 30th for grand prizes. Doesn't mean that you can't compete. Because I have a few people, Tara, that they're like, I'm sitting on a ton of product I bought in October in Kansas City. What should I do? And I'm like, well, you can take the challenge with us, but you can't be eligible to win then. So that is part of the contest. And there's massive prizes. I want to know, guys, are you guys going for 1st through 5th place? Are you serious about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th male, 1st place, 2nd place, 3rd place, 4th, 5th female? Are you going in it for couple? There's thousands of dollars on the line, or even hundreds, to help replace the cost of your activation story. So if you have a little nitty-gritty details, your upline or business partner, executive consultant will be able to get the answers for you. Plus, this is important, write this down. Everybody look at my face. Look at my face. I'll pin my face. Hold on, let me spotlight my face. Look at my face. The rules are intricately written on the intake form. Okay, it's just very clear as day how to enter to win. And I love the fact that you guys are so excited. And I know that you are not going to be doing it alone. How many guys are going to find at least 3 people? Drop a 3 in the chat if you have at least 3 people that you're going to do the challenge with. They're going to have your little walking club, your little accountability, your Facebook chat. Tara was like, you see that person that you're in your club with, you're as a couple challenge, they eat a donut, you smack that donut out of their hand, you're like, that is a $5,000 donut. No, right? At least 3. Maybe you have 10 people. Maybe you have 20 people. Maybe you want to start a little community, within your subdivision, and get everybody on the block healthier. Here's how to get started. This is a pre-launch call. You'll get access to everything on New Year's Day. January 1st, the intake form goes live. Here are the details. Number one, you got to get in where you fit in. Either number one, you're a customer, or you need to become a customer of LifeVantage. If you are interested in becoming a customer, but you also want to refer others, then you say, you know what, I'd like to get my Mindbody paid for. I'd love to build an extra income in this economy. I'd love to recession-proof my bank account. Then you want to become a consultant. Essentially, we are in the affiliate marketing business where we share products that we love, and we get paid anywhere between 10 and 40% every time product we sell. Now, to get started as a Mindbody GLP-1 customer, it is $159 for consultants and $179 a month for subscribing customers. These are our best prices for subscription. So if you are looking, hey, you know what, I just want to get started on the challenge. What's my toe in the water to get going? This would be a great place to start to get your body activated and get some GLP-1 rolling in your system. Option two would be to increase your activation to peak the results. How many of you guys want the best results? Type in best in the comment. Like, you want to see the most. You want grand prize results. You want people stopping you at the office, people not recognizing you from behind or from in front. You want people like saying, girl, what are you doing? Man, what is going on? This is option two. We have the premium stack, which has our Protandim Nerve 2 and our liquid collagen. Those are our two hero products. This is going to be total health. This is going to be skin. This is going to be hair. This is going to be maintenance, repair. This is also going to be, listen, if you have a lot of weight to lose, keeping that skin tight. So if you're losing a lot of weight, it is imperative to have your collagen be boosted so that you don't have that lax of skin. Plus, if you're under a ton of stress in your environment, and let's say, guys, drop a 4 if stress has caused you to gain weight. How many guys that your, external stress, relational stress, monetary stress, toxic stress, things that are maybe you're consuming, ingesting, inhaling, you have been under a ton of stress in your life. The second, that premium stack, that pink stack, that is where I recommend. Because what you're going to do is you're going to lower your cellular stress response. And when that happens, your body then can go into a state where losing weight is acceptable. Where when you're peak cortisol, when you're stressed out and burnt out, or you're full of all these toxins, once Protandim gets in there, detoxifies the DNA, you're going to release the fat, okay? And then number 3 at the bottom, the Healthy Weight Pro. How many guys feel that lack of energy is your main issue? Drop a 5. Drop a 5 if lack of energy, lack of focus, poor mood, don't have enough time to get to the gym, don't have enough willpower to get to the gym, can't get through the workouts, don't feel motivated to put on your walking shoes, right? You want a little bit of an edge. That is the Healthy Weight Loss Pro. So it's your Mindbody with Protandim, and then you also get our clinically proven fat burn that helps you burn an additional 180 calories a day. For an average woman like Tara, Marcy, myself, that's about 10% more calories. How many guys want 10% more caloric burning? Drop a 10 in the chat. How many guys want 10% more calorie burning without doing anything? Then you want the fat burn. It also contains a 30-day supply of Axio, caffeinated Axio. It gives you all the pep, all the mood juice. I call it spanking the brain, and it gets things going. So take a picture, 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 talk to your consultant. They'll tell you what stack is best for you. Option 2/3 is to become a consultant and earn income referring others. All of these packs contain Mindbody. In fact, the multiplier pack contains 3 Mindbodies, which would give you everything you need for the challenge. I just realized that, Donnie. I was like, oh, they could just get the multiplier pack and that's enough. That's your 3 months for you to hot diggity dog, get down to business, right? But all of them contain some, and they're just like the other stack. So like the Healthy Weight Loss Pro is like the executive, that green stack, right? And then that beautiful True Science, where the skin and everything, that is the pink. So I try to like make it color coded. You find the colors, they kind of, do you notice that? You notice my neuroticy kind of like blending here. It kind of helps you there. All right. Here's what you got to do. You got to get in where you fit in. We don't care if you're a customer. We don't care if you're a consultant. We don't care if you just buy Mindbody. And we'd love to help you if you want better or peak results. You got to get in where you fit in. The challenge begins January 1st, and it really begins anytime in January. You pick your date. So if you're ready to join the challenge, if you're ready to commit to compete, let's go. Number 1, on January 1st, you complete your intake form. It goes live. Number 2, you're going to then be sent an email with our downloadable GLP-1 product experience guide. This has recipes. This has best tips. This has Dondi videos in it if you want more from him. This is Dr. Jeff videos if you want more from him. There's amazing experts in here that are going to tell you how to make it work, how to overcome plateaus in your weight loss. There's a tracker, how to measure. It's all here and what to expect. And then number 3, of course, plug into your Facebook group, your team's Facebook group. Now, last tips, dip the diet culture. This Mindbody challenge, guys, it offers, oh my gosh, a much smarter solution to healthy weight management. It gives us the ability to finally silence the food noise, but it's up to you guys to set yourself up for success. So here's what I'm going to leave you with here. Take the products as directed every single day. Some of you guys are starting in 2 days, 3 days, right? You're like right there. Listen to me and you take the products. Why? Because activation is cumulative. The more consistent you are, the longer you take it, the better and the stronger it becomes. And take them as directed. I had a customer that started taking it and she was seeing nominal results and not, a little bit, lost a couple pounds. And I started to break it down with her. She's my sister-in-law. And started breaking it down. I found out she skipped the first weekend. She was at a conference. I was like, oh, well, shoot. And then she's like, well, then I was at a silence retreat the next week. And I was like, oh, double shoot. And she's like, can I take the capsules with coffee in the morning? And I said, no. And so she'd been taking it all wrong for the first several weeks. Follow the directions. Take it as directed, and you will see better results. Detoxify. Guys, it is New Year's. Is it not the time to take inventory of everything toxic in our lives? Anything that's inhibiting losing fat of your body, anything that's inhibiting your health, anything that's inhibiting your mind. Reduce or remove consumption of alcohol, sugary snacks, Tara said, soda, processed foods, but even toxic habits or people. There are things that we participate in every day that I firmly of the belief, you might be different, keeps us unhealthy. Whether it be unhealthy through extra weight, unhealthy through added guilt, and then we drink it away, we eat it away, we stay up too late, we binge our phones, don't get up and do our walk, we don't get up and do our stretching, smoking, drinking, everything, guys. This is the time to say, you know what? I have thousands of dollars on the line. I have a community that loves me and that wants me to succeed. It's time to detoxify. Go to the fridge first thing in the morning or right after this call and say enough is enough. Get rid of all of it. Chuck it. There's no need. It doesn't serve you anymore. Don't think of the dollar spent or dollar wasted. Say, this does not serve me in 2025. And movement. If you haven't started a regular walking routine or jogging routine or stretching routine or weightlifting routine, guys, start small. 10 minutes once or twice a day, work up to 3 times a day, work up to a half K, walk every day. If you have worked out in a while, consult a physician or a qualified health professional if you have any concerns. But mostly get in where you fit in. Become a customer of our 12-week challenge or get started as a consultant. I want you to imagine now what life can look like in April. Imagine not being a slave to food or the noise that it brings you. Imagine fitting into those jeans like I put on today. the jeans that I wore before my son. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is incredible. Imagine how good it'll feel to have the energy to play with your kids or your grandkids. Imagine knowing what you're doing internally for your heart and your liver and your pancreas and all the cells that are happier by putting good stuff in your body. Think about how good it'll feel to finally have your gut regulated. Feel how good it will feel. Imagine the possibility of running into your ex at the store and them saying, whoa. Imagine the possibilities of having the courage and confidence to go for that promotion this year because you look good and you feel good. Imagine the possibilities of growing closer with your spouse, taking healthier steps together. Imagine the possibilities with Mindbody. 2025 is the year to activate and thrive. We hope that you join us on our challenge. Thanks so much. The recording will be out to you guys within the hour. God bless. And this call is officially a wrap.